Welcome on back to Skippers. Today I have breakout players all over Major League Baseball. We are on the road to 30,000 subscribers, so please subscribe. Join the Discord. Let's get into the players. My breakout player at the catcher position is going to be Tyler Stevenson of the Reds. Tyler Stevenson was well on his way to breaking out last season before injuries limited to just 50 games. The Reds manager David Bell said earlier this winter that the plan for Stevenson to play 140 to 150 games in 2023, and that would have him only catching about 65 and playing the remainders of the game at first base or DH. In his first 190 big league games, Stevenson has been solid. He's hitting .296 with 18 home runs and an .823 OPS. Tyler Stevenson is a big-bodied catcher, and I'd be surprised if the power doesn't come back to him at some point here in the big leagues. The best thing for Tyler Stevenson and all the hitting and power numbers is that he plays a Great American Ballpark, which is one of the best places to hit in all of baseball. I wouldn't be shocked to see Tyler Stevenson hit at least 20 home runs this season. He's going to be slotted into the middle of the Reds lineup, and although I don't think they're going to be that great, he should be able to drive in a ton of runs all season while be able to fail and do well at the middle of that order. The breakout at the first base position is going to be Spencer Torkelson of the Tigers. This is the perfect post-hype breakout for a very highly rated prospect. Torkelson, first overall pick in 2020, he struggled adjusting to big league pitching in his rookie season. Tuned into a Foolish Baseball video last night, and Torkelson was one of the hitters that he liked, and he brought some really good points about Spenny T. Points out that he had a .604 OPS, but a replacement level WAR as well, and those are tough to look at on the surface, but his swing decisions were solid. He had a chase rate in the 75th percentile, as well as an in-zone contact rate that was well above league average, as well as he made hard contact on balls that he hit, an average exit velocity over 90 miles an hour. If he can lay off the bad pitches, hit strikes, and hit them hard, you should be able to be a good major league hitter. Everyone knows that we can see some more torque bombs this season, or else he wouldn't have been such a highly touted prospect. Another positive is that Comerica Park is moving in their outfield, and that should help him as well. Don't be so quick to count out Spencer Torkelson after a tough rookie season. A breakout player in the middle infield is going to be Thairo Estrada of the Giants. There's been multiple kind of mini breakouts for Estrada the last 2 seasons, but as an East Coast baseball fan, it's not a name that you really hear a lot, and he's been very good while being under the radar in San Francisco. Last year, he hit 14 home runs and had 21 stolen bases with a .260 average. He was a top 100 fantasy player, but for some reason he's being drafted outside the top 150, even with multi-positional eligibility. On the surface, you might think that the power could go down, the hard hit numbers aren't great, but Thairo Estrada is excellent when it comes to contact skills. Although he has a bad chase rate, he's in the 81st percentile in strikeout rate, a whiff percentage in the 80th percentile, and an in-zone contact percentage that is top 25 in the league next to guys like Nolan Arenado and Alejandro Kirk, guys who win Silver Sluggers. I don't think Thairo Estrada is going to lose at bats at any point of this season, as the Giants don't have left-handed bats on the infield to make him the platoon guy. Should he hit first or second in the lineup for the Giants again, he will be a solid player. The next breakout player is going to be Alec Bohm of the Phillies. He did have a breakout in his first season, followed up by a terrible 2021, and then on the surface, pretty decent 2022. He had one of the funniest starts to a season last year. His defense was so bad that he claimed he hated playing in Philadelphia after they would boo him after a shitty play in the field. But once again, he was one of the best players in all of baseball when it came to the batting average category. He hit .280, but he was in the top 2% of the league in expected batting average while running a career low batting average on balls in play. Bohm hit .352 against fastballs last season, which was a pitch he saw 33% of the time. He does whiff too much on breaking pitches, but he was still able to drop his strikeout rate by 9% last year. Citizens Bank Park is the 7th best park to hit at for right-handed hitters over the last 3 seasons, and the Phillies should be one of the best offenses in all of baseball, and I am back in on Alec Bohm for the 2023 season. This video is brought to you by Peace Collective. If you're looking to rep your team this season, Peace Collective is the perfect place to start if you're looking for merch. You can get 10% off with promo code OwnersBox 10 at Peace Collective when you check out. My breakout outfielder is going to be Jordan Walker of the Cardinals. This Jordan Walker pick isn't really off the board as some of the other ones, as he is the 2nd highest NL Rookie of the Year odds right now, but Jordan Walker has just absolutely impressed this spring, and he spent all of his time in the outfield so far because there's no need for him at third base when Nolan Arenado is healthy. Jordan Walker has a great ability to hit the ball really hard. Walker has a 900 OPS in 119 games at the AA level with 22 stolen bases as well, while running a batting average over .305. He is going to strike out a lot. He struck out almost once per game at the AA level, and I expect him, once he gets a taste of big league pitching, to strike out as well. But over that extended period of time, You see him at the start of this spring. He looks like a very capable big league hitter. Jordan Walker has 35 plus home run upside, and the Cardinals are great at giving their young guys a chance to play when they deserve it. I think that he'll be a big piece of that team for this season. My breakout pitcher, starting pitcher wise, is going to be Hunter Brown of the Astros. Last year, Hunter Brown showed his upside in his 20 major league innings. The Astros never seem to rebuild after big time arms leave like Justin Verlander did. They just retool, and Hunter Brown is the next up. In his 20 innings in the big leagues, Hunter Brown had a stuff plus of 114. That was better than Urquidy, Verlander, Valdez, McCullers, and Luis Garcia, and only 2 points lower than Christian Javier. In his 2 big league starts, Brown threw 12 innings. He gave up 8 hits, 1 earned run, and 11 strikeouts, which counts as 2 quality starts. He has a fastball velocity in the 89th percentile and a curveball that returned a batting average against of 148. Brown had an 0.89 ERA and a 2.78 xFIP in that small sample size, but there's no reason that Houston's #1 prospect can't earn a permanent spot in the rotation without Justin Verlander. This guy did break out last season, but for me, Yohan Duran is going to be the breakout of the relief pitchers. He burst on the scene last season, but I think his breakout is going to make him one of the best closers in all of baseball. We know that he should probably be the closer by his numbers, and I think the Twins will have a short leash on Jorge Lopez when it comes to the closer role. He was elite last season, a 1.86 ERA, a 33.5% K rate, which is in the 96th percentile, and he was top 9 in stuff plus at 131 for pitchers who threw over 60 innings. Duran was top 5% in expected ERA, expected batting average, expected slug, and expected weighted on-base average. He also had 3 different pitches that returned negative run values. Duran's hard contact against comes from his ability to throw so hard. His average fastball velocity of 100.8 miles per hour is the hardest in all of baseball, and he's been up to 103 again this spring with a 98-mile-an-hour splitter. I wouldn't be surprised to see him as the best reliever in all of baseball this season. Thank you again for tuning in. Those are my breakout players this season. Let me know who you guys think are going to break out, what you think of these picks. Do not forget to subscribe, join the Discord, and I will see you guys next week.